All right. All right. Just waking up today. So let's take a nice seat. You can sit on your chair or the floor. We are going to use a chair for practice, as I mentioned, and blocks and straps and blanket. Just taking a moment to get settled. If you feel like when you're sitting here, you just want to adjust the flesh of your buttocks a little out to the side. Now, of course, you can do anything that you like with your hands. I'm offering this mudra this week, Pranidhana mudra. So index, I always say that, thumb, middle, and ring fingertip touch. Index and pinky extended. Take those extended fingers and touch the tips together. And then bring your hands down to the lower belly. You can also rest the back of your hands on your legs. Feel free to close your eyes. And feel the energy of your body this morning. So by that, I mean, is there a little bit of sleepiness from the recent night, or is there a feeling of energy, like vitality or ready to go sort of energy? Or perhaps it's someplace in the middle that just feels calm, alert, awake. These different energies are all useful at different times of our day. Sometimes we want a little more awake, alert energy, and sometimes we want a little more sleepiness. So just noticing how you are with your day so far, how your day is with you. Feel the fingertips touch, even the touch of the thumb tip against the fingers, middle and ring. And how this mudra, the qualities of surrender, letting go, grounding and settling in, can support you here. Gentle, easy breathing. And considering the energy of your body and mind and heart today, taking this into your practice. As we fold hands together, bow your head towards yourself and to each other this morning. And then release your hands, and we'll come over to the mat. And just start standing this morning. Oh, just going to grab my little hair tie here. All right. So bringing your feet about shoulder width distance, and get a little softness in the knees so that your knees aren't locked. I'm just going to start to figure eight the pelvis. So think about a sideways figure eight. So the loops of the figure eight, it's actually like a sideways figure eight rather than a straight up and down. And so just getting into that rhythm. Figure eight movement is really known for its qualities of grounding throughout different modalities, settling the nervous system. Just feeling that sense of flow and rhythm through the legs, hips, spine. And then coming back into a more centered place, start to let the arms swing as you're rotating through the torso. I like to lift one heel up, but you don't have to. So feel the weight of your arms here. Let them kind of just dangle out of the shoulder sockets. So you feel the tops of the shoulders just relaxing and everything's just kind of flowing along. So there's not a lot of control or rigidness to this motion if you can. Let your belly relax. And then we'll start to slow this down. And then one more nice little warm up standing. Bring your feet a little closer together. We're going to do the breath of joy. And so it's 3 short bursts of inhale and then a nice long exhale with the arm movement. So I'll show it to you and you can join in when you want. So it's inhale the arms forward, inhale the arms side, inhale the arms forward, and then bend the knees and exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. And we'll throw the arms back. Inhale, inhale, exhale. From the side, inhale, 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 X. In, X. Do a few more at your own pace through the nose. You can exhale through the mouth if you want with a little ha. Let's do 2 more. And then come up, take the arms out to the side, take the arms back a little bit, open the fingers, reaching wide through the elbows, and then hands come back to the heart. And we'll just pause here a moment. Let all of that vibrant energy settle into your heart, your belly. All right, now we're going to do a couple of sun salutations. I'm going to use my chair this morning. You can feel free to do this on the floor as well. We are going to vary them slightly. So bringing your chair out in front of you if you like, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen spine. Step the right foot back into lunge and stay on the ball of the back foot. Rise up, arms come out to the side. Let's bring the arms, palms forward, interlace fingers and press the palms away. Keep a little bend through the back knee, sweep the arms back behind you, interlace fingers here, soften through the top of the shoulders. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky or to a wide V. Nice energy this morning. And then hands come down to blocks or floor or chair. Step the back foot forward, exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. Left foot steps back into lunge. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Take the arms forward, interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Take the arms back behind. Consider your energy this morning. Notice if you want to push. Letting the arms release, take the arms all the way up to a wide V if you like, or all the way to the sky. And then exhale, hands down. Step back with the front foot into a dog pose. So you can step with your hands on the chair or hands on the floor. If you have your hands on the chair, just make sure the chair feels steady and it won't slide. And you're going to come forward into plank. And then back into down dog. Move through the hips and the shoulders. Forward into plank. Downward facing dog. And one more time. Plank. Downward dog. Step the feet forward to the top of the mat and exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, circle the arms around. Bring the hands to the heart. Let's balance on the left foot, bend the right foot back behind you, catch your foot for a little standing thigh stretch. Bring your left hand right to the breastbone, to the heart center here. So calm energy is really like a middle place. So just encourage your heart, the energy of your heart to be calm. Now press the foot back into your right hand, tilt out into baby dancer. And then rise back up. You can bring the left hand to the heart again, just to encourage your heart, calm. Release the right foot. Second side, balance on right foot. Bring the left foot back. You can take your right hand to the heart center if you want. So the heart center, the belly center, and the third eye center are very potent centers in the traditions of yoga. Press the left foot back into your hand, start to tilt forward a little. Take the right arm forward if you like. And so many of us connect really easily with one of those centers. Like some people really connect with heart, some people really connect with belly or third eye. Come back up, release the foot down. So just checking here where you resonate. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow. Right foot steps back. We're going to turn and ground the right foot, right thigh out, and rise up, second warrior. Take the arms a little lower than shoulder height. Give yourself a hug and feel the shoulder blades right around back behind you. Doesn't matter how far around your arms get here. Breathe between the shoulder blades. Open the arms wide and switch the other arm on top. Crossing the arms, breathe between the shoulder blades. Take the arms open, straighten the front leg, and we're going to come into triangle pose now. You may want to bring your hand onto the chair or to a block. I'm going to adjust my front foot. I love triangle pose with a chair seat because it allows me to really get the bend at the front hip. And then I feel this lovely stretch across the back of the thigh. Now, if you're using the chair, back your foot up a little bit and then start to float up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So you can use a block under your hand instead. This is an early pose for practice this morning. Center the weight over the bottom foot. All right, and then bend the front knee, find the floor back behind you and rise back up. And then we'll step the back foot forward facing the front of the mat. Before we go to the second side, inhale the arms up and sit back into a nice chair pose. Now, I'll encourage you to stay where you're comfortable, but you can just test the waters a little bit. Maybe go back a little more. Knees stay behind the toes without overarching the low back. Can you find a bit of work through the legs? So feel the quads, maybe the outer hips. Now you can take your hands to the outsides of the thighs here and press your legs out into your hands. So these are the abductor muscles. These are the muscles that cross the hip on the outside, the glutes. And as you press out, can you feel these muscles around the outer glutes and hips just lighting up, just working and supporting you? So stay there. It's a little fierceness to feel in our body this morning. All right, and then rise up, circle the arms up and around, and exhale, bow forward. Take the left foot back now into second warrior. So we're going to turn and ground the left heel. Take the arms out to the side. warrior two. And then arms a little lower than shoulder height, bring the arms to wrap. It's like a little warm embrace for yourself. Sensing into the heart center here, the belly center, maybe the third eye, our place of intuition and insight. Arms come wide. Switch the other arm on top. Relax and breathe into the upper back. Inhale, arms come wide again, straighten the front leg. Now it will tilt. It's real easy to just side bend through the shoulders here. So really focus on the joint at the hips, okay? So getting a little bit of tilt there. This back hip sweeps back, hand to the block or the chair or the leg. Feel a nice stretch through the front leg, back of the hamstring, maybe in the calf. All right, so if you have a chair here, top hand to the hip, you're going to first take your front foot back a little so you have somewhere to go. Then start to balance on the right foot. Bring the left leg up, half moon pose. You can look down at the floor for support and balance. Feel the ground that's supporting you. One more breath. All right, bend the front knee a little bit, touch down, rising back up. Step the back foot forward. Come to the top of the mat. All right. Inhale the arms up. Let's sit into our fierce Utkatasana. So Utka means fierce. Sometimes life gets a little fierce around us. Hands to the sides of the legs, press the legs out into the hands. And so we meet each moment with attentiveness. Sometimes the moments are messy. Sometimes they're wonderful. That's the way of life. So instead of trying to fight the current, we flow with the current in a way that we feel grounded, compassion for ourselves, kindness. All right, then exhale, bow. You can bow towards the blocks or the chair. Downward facing dog. Step back. Move back through your hips and your shoulders. If you're on the chair now and it feels like it's steady, come forward into plank. Downward dog. Come forward to plank. Downward dog. Calm energy this morning. One more time. Downward dog. Walk feet forward. Stay in your forward bend. Take your right foot back, ground and turn the right heel in a little bit. Pyramid pose, straighten the front leg. Hands can be on blocks. Hands can be on the chair here. Now, we'll bring the right hand more to the center or a little closer towards the left foot. And then left hand to the hip here. And we're going to start to just turn and let your pelvis turn a little open with your torso. So sometimes we just want to keep the pelvis more level and square, but I'm going to let you allow it to turn open. This gives a nice stretch here to the outer hip muscles on this left side. And then go ahead and come back to center. We'll step forward, switch the other leg back. So the heel grounds, your stance might be a bit shorter than, say, a warrior one would, just a little bit less distance between the feet. Pyramid pose here. You can walk the left hand with the block in if you need to, towards the right foot a little. Take the right hand to the waist, to the hip. Now let your pelvis turn. Can you feel your pelvis turn? What's interesting is my pelvis turns open to the right. My left heel has to come off the floor. And you know what? I'm going to let it. So the chain from the foot to the hip is really connected there. So try not to force or overstretch anything. Feel some nice stretch on the outer right side of the hip here and thigh. Okay, and then right hand comes back to your props and step back to dog. Stretching out through the legs, down through the hands. All right, and then we're going to come down onto your knees now. Your chair can be over on the side. Coming to your knees. And let's take your hands, fingertips behind your head. So you can put some blanket under your knees if you need to. I see you getting your blankets there, so take your time. I think after, gosh, I don't know how many years I've been practicing yoga, since 94, whatever that is. I just got really quick at transitions. So you don't have to transition as fast as I do. It's just kind of ingrained in me. All right, so fingertips behind the head, not clasped together. Feel the base of the skull here, and then take a little twist through to the left. So the pelvis may turn a bit, maybe not. And then back to center and a little twist through the chest to the right. And then back to center. Now we're going to do a side bend to the left. We've taken the lower legs out of the equation here. And up and over to the other side. And up through center. Now go back a little. Maybe you want to go into a little back bend. Keeping this out of the low back. So the throat goes back. The tips of the ears go back. And then release the arms. Bend from your hips now. Bring the hands down onto the ground. And take your right leg out to the side. Shifting back and forth here, inner thighs. Okay, back into the middle. Slide this right foot back behind you and over to the other side. If you can, tuck the toes under there. So now you got your right foot off to the left at a diagonal. And then take your head and left shoulder towards the left hip. So we're stretching out the right side of the torso. Okay, and then bring the right knee back to the ground. We'll do that on the second side. We'll take the left foot out to the side, inner edge of the foot is down. And let's move back and forth. So your inner thighs and your hamstrings attached to your pelvis. So that's why when you take your leg out to the side, you feel the stretch because it has a pull from the pelvis and around the knee as well. So nice stretch to the left inner thigh there. Now come back into center, sweep the left foot back behind you and glide it over to the right. You can tuck the toes if you want. And then at that diagonal, we're in a side bend, right shoulder towards right hip. And one more breath. And then return to center, come into child's pose, big toes touch, knees a little wider. Just going back at your own capacity there. And then walk your hands back towards you, having a seat back once again on the floor or onto the chair. sitting up on enough height. Just going to bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. A little more inner thigh lengthening. If you like here, you can come back into your Pranidhana Mudra. Thumb connects to middle and ring fingertip, extending the index and the pinky. And then let's take the shape here and just bring it to the knees, palms open. So just sitting in a bound angle. Take a few breaths. Let the breaths be nice and gentle. It's almost like the breath is just coming in and out on its own. And you're just welcoming it, holding the door open. If you can now, slide the feet a few inches forward, just to a different angle. So if your feet were really close in towards your pelvis, move them away if it's comfortable. Just a different angle of stretch. And then go ahead and release your mudra. Bring your legs straight out in front of you. Reach your hands back to the floor and just roll your legs a little now. Kind of let them flip-flop side to side. And then let's come into Sukhasana, cross one ankle in front of the other. Bring one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Closing your eyes. Connecting back into the energy level of your body. Yoga takes us beyond the physical into the mental, emotional, spiritual layers of our being. Touching each of these layers to help navigate the flow of life. Putting our whole self in to serve the world. To make the world a little brighter. Just by being who we are. And then fold the palms together in front of your heart. Taking this practice with you in the balance of your day. We'll share one Om. Take a nice breath in. Om. I honor you. Namaste.